Roald Dahl, The Witches. Chapter 1, Page 1. A note about witches. In fairy tales, witches always wear silly black hats and black cloaks, and they ride on broomsticks. But this is not a fairy tale. This is about real witches. The most important thing you should know about real witches is this. Listen very carefully. Never forget what is coming next. Real witches dress in ordinary clothes and look very much like ordinary women. They live in ordinary houses, and they work in ordinary jobs. That is why they're so hard to catch. A real witch a real witch hates children. Red hot, sizzling hearted is that is most sizzling and than any. A real witch spends most all her time plotting to get rid of all the children in her particular territory. Their position is to do the position is to do away with them and do away with them one by one. It is all the shrinks about the whole day. All she thinks about is the whole day long, even if she works as a cashier in a supermarket, or typing letters for a businessman, or driving around in a fancy car. And she could be doing all of these things. Her mind will always be plotting and scrimmering and crunching and burning and whistling and murderous, bloodthirsty thoughts. Which child, she says to herself all day long, exactly which child shall I choose for my next squishing? A real witch gets the same pleasure from squishing a child as you get from eating a plateful of strawberries and thick cream. She reckons on doing away with one child a week. Anything less than that, she becomes grumpy. One child a week is 52 a year. Squish them and squickle them and make them disappear. That is the motto of all witches. Very carefully a victim is chosen. Then the witch stalks the wrecked child like a hunter stalking a little bird in the forest. She treads softly, she moves quietly, she gets closer and closer. Then at last, when everything is ready, puzz, puzz, and she swoops, sparks fly, flames leap, oil oil boils, rats howl, skin slivers, and the child disappears. A witch, you must understand, does not knock the children on the head, or stick knives into them, or shoot them with a pistol. People who do those things get caught by police. A witch never gets caught. Don't forget, she has magic in her fingers and delivery dancing in her blood. She can make stones jump out like frogs. She can make of flame go flickering across the surface of the water. These magic powers are frightening. Luckily, there is not a great number of real witches in the world today, but there are still quite enough to make you nervous in England. In England, there was probably about 100 of them altogether. Some countries have more, others have not quite so many. No country in the world has completely free from witches. A witch is always a woman. I I do not wish to speak badly about women, but most women are lovely. But the fact remains of all that all witches are women. There is no such thing as as a male witch. On the other hand, a ghoul is always a male. So indeed is a Barghest. Both are dangerous, but neither of them is half as dangerous as a real witch. As far as children are concerned, a real witch is Earth. That's what makes her doubly dangerous. In fact, that she doesn't look dangerous. Even when you know all the secrets you will hear about those in a minute. You can still never be quite sure whether it is a witch you are gazing at, or just a kind lady. If a tiger were able to If a tiger were able to make himself look like a large dog with a waggy tail, you would probably go up and pat him on the head, and that would be the end of you. It's the same with witches. They all look like nice ladies. Kindly exclaim the picture below. Which lady is the witch? That is a difficult question, but it is the one that every child you must try to answer. For all you know, witches might be living next door to you right now, or she she might be the woman with the bright eyes who sat opposite to you on the bus this morning. She might be the lady with the dazzling smile who offered you a sweet from a white paper bag in the street before lunch. She might even be the person. She might even, and this will make you jump, she might even be your lovely school teacher who is reading these words to you at this very moment. Okay, so that's the end. And it shows CapCut, the thing I'm editing on.